Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Griselda, the author of Returning to Yourself. My channel is about helping people improve their lives so they can be the best they can be. Today I'm going to share some information about ego. What is the ego? How can we utilize it to be successful in life? And how we cannot utilize it to hurt others, but rather helping yourself and others to become successful. A lot of people have a negative understanding of ego being a perspective of our lives, part of our personality as human, as a negative thing, but also it can be a very powerful tool for success if you use it correctly. The key here is learning how to manage it rather than letting it manage you. And most importantly, how to harness its energy without stepping on anyone along the way. So, what is the ego really? So, in my perception and my understanding, in my experience throughout my life, ego has been a very powerful energy in my life to help me move forward, because it's something that you feel that you ambitious about. In my perception and what I have learned throughout my life is that ego has helped me overcome obstacles from being brave, strong, ambitious, looking forward to the new tomorrow, to be successful in whatever endeavor I have put my mind to. A lot of people think it's an evil. There is a common misconception that we think ego is evil. I rather acknowledge the ego is part of us human beings. It's part of our ambition to become a better person, to accomplish the dream life that you might want to have. It's the part of us that says, I matter, I can do this, and I deserve more. And honestly, that voice in me, that ego, has driven me to overcome so many obstacles, and I know it's going to help me overcome more obstacles throughout my life. And I know it has been that voice inside of you that has tell you, you can do this, you are important, you have value, you have something to offer to yourself or society. But here is a problem. When the ego is unchecked, it becomes obsessed with comparison, pride, and control. It makes you become blind to the needs and feelings of others. Success is not about claiming your ego. It's about disciplining it, educating it, and aligning it with your purpose and values. How to use your ego for good. Turn competition into inspiration. Instead of letting your ego feed resentment and jealousy, train it to find motivation and other success. Ask yourself, what can I learn from them? How can I use this as a fuel rather than friction? Use ego to set big goals with humility. Let your ego dream big, but stay humble enough to listen, to learn, and adjust. Confidence says, I can do it. Arrogance says, only I can do it. That is the difference. Speak with confidence, not dominance. The ego wants to be heard, but don't confuse volume with value. Speak your truth clearly and firmly, but also give space for others to speak and shine. Because success is not a solo act. Let your ego protect your standards, not your pride. The ego can help you say no to people and situations that don't deserve your purpose. But don't let every disagreement turn into a personal attack. Use ego to set boundaries, not walls. How to succeed without hurting others. Celebrate other wins. You don't have to step on other people to step up on your life. Here's how you grow on a way that uplifts everyone. Celebrate other wins. A secure ego is not threatened by someone else's success. Instead, it celebrates it and gets back to work. Offer, don't overshadow. Support others around you. Share your knowledge. Empower others without always needing to be the center of the attention. Practice ego check moments. Ask yourself regularly, am I acting out of fear or out of love? Is this choice aligned with my value or just my pride? Success builds on respect, collaboration, and emotional intelligence that lasts longer and feels better than success built on dominance and ego inflection. How do you transform ego into purpose? The most evolved ego is turned into service. Let your wins be meaningful, not just personal victories, but a source of inspiration and impact for others. You don't need to shrink your ego. You need to elevate it. Transform it into a self-centered form, into a purpose-centered engine. Your ego, when disciplined and guided, becomes your inner coach, not your inner tyrant. So here's the takeaway. Your ego does not have to be your downfall. It can be your drive, your inner compass, and your inner fire. But remember, ego without empathy is empty. True success does not come from being better than others. It comes from being the better version of yourself, while helping others do the same. Leave a like if this video gave you any value in your life. Share any comments about how your ego has helped you throughout your life or how it has hurt you. Share with anybody you would like. Subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.